Welcome back, guys, for round 5 of the 2014 Yu-Gi-Oh! European Championships. Our next round feature match will be Ioannis versus Gicacomo. Ioannis is the Greek national champion. I believe he's playing Giga today, as many of the national champions are. Gicacomo, I don't actually know what he's playing. Again, it's a surprise for us, so
we're assuming he is an Italian player as well.
Oh, this is an assumption.
This is an assumption.
I do apologise if Gicacomo is watching this.
And you are not Italian.
No.
That appears to be an assumption. But anyway, you wanted to talk about something.
We're just taking a look at a lot of the decks going around. And I wonder how many decks actually out there that are like almost competitive that we've not actually seen on the floor yet, or at least we've not been informed about it up here for the stream. Okay, we just see our players arriving. Like just messing around with different things, which I think is like I've almost got it, but not quite when testing stuff out in the office. Was playing around with a Guardian Dreadscythe deck because literally it's a guy with a big stick and he's got 9,000 attack points and it's attacking.
Wasn't that the
Raphael monster?
Right.
Yeah, and it plays 6 monsters, all the forbidden cards, not forbidden cards, sorry, forbidden lands, forbidden dress, and the idea is to just literally summon this monster, win or lose, attack them with a Guardian Dreadscythe.
Does it do anything else? Or?
The winning rate's not very high,
okay,
but I've got high hopes that I'll get it there. But it just plays, essentially, you play this monster, your opponent really struggles to deal with it, and you just beat them down. But
is it so? It's just a big monster you can special summon.
Yeah, well, after I saw Raphael play it in the original Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I was just like, I'm figuring this out. There's real math here. I can figure this out.
Definitely.
I believe the players are getting set up, so you still have to listen to my deck
ramblings
about
Raphael.
About things, trying to make it work.
Trying to make things work.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm playing Gladiator Beasts. I say unfortunately, no. It's not a bad deck.
No, it's
not at all. It really just depends on what you're getting and which opponent you're against. But it can work really well. I mean, it doesn't. Now there's a couple of cards, that beat it at the moment, but it does get strong in there. Something that I didn't see in the extra deck, and I didn't see played by the Gladiator Beast player, which he could have made, is the new 2500 attack Gladiator Beast. If you remember the name of that card.
Is it Gladiator Beast Esadari? I can't remember.
I think it may.
I can't remember the pronunciation of the name, and I do apologise.
Basically, its effect is the same as any of the other fusion monsters, and it can also tag for 2. But that's it. It's just it's almost a vanilla fusion, but it can get you out of some situations, and it uses basically any Gladiator Beast as well. So it's a very, very good card that I just didn't see played in that at all.
Yeah, something we're also not seeing at all up here is Noble Knights, and now I'm a huge fan of the theme.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. It's got so many tricks that you can do with it right now, which makes it really awkward for many decks to deal with it. But players still have some hang-ups on the deck, but I really want to see the day when we sit at the table and go, and here we are, Noble Knight Mirror in the finals of YCS.
Yes. Well, it's a lot of people think that it's a joke deck just because it's a theme deck, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's mean that it is. I mean, it's the whole idea is you bring out basically King Arthur, you equip him with all of the swords. That's basically it. And then you have one monster that can't be targeted, basically can't be destroyed, has a massive attack. Can destroy face-down cards if need be. There's just such a toolbox there. And
in all honesty, it's a great card, great deck to give to a beginning player and explain. You get a guy, you give him a pointy stick, and you point it at your opponent.
There is that.
And it's pretty straightforward.
I mean, the other day I was thinking, well, I really like to build a warrior toolbox, one that used to be around when I started playing. That was, Rota, Marauding Captain, and I looked at all the cards, and then I realised that warrior toolbox is Noble Knight. So that didn't help.
Yeah.
Then I ended up playing Noble Knights, and yeah, it does come out well.
We're talking about some stuff that we're not seeing this weekend because we are about to see another Giga game, which, if you're preparing for your WCQs taking place next week, you're going to see a lot of this.
Shuffling up.
Okay, I'll tell you as soon as I can what Gicacomo is playing. I really hope he's from Italy now that we've got this flag up here.
I'd assume by now he
What if he's Welsh? Like we'll get an email about that.
No, I think yeah.
Okay. So we see players shuffling up.
I would so love for this to be a Noble Knights or
Well, looking at a 4-0 Noble Knight deck.
just
right now.
even.
Oh, hold on. Just, did you catch a peek at that?
I didn't catch a peak of that.
No.
It
would say I saw Mermail then, but then the second he plays something that's not Mermail, I'm going to look wrong.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. We see the pile shuffle.
And suddenly we see Gicacomo play Toon World. And
if he does, I will stop everything, go over, shake the man's hand, and then come back and finish.
Oh, hello. Shuffling the deck.
That's, yeah, it's an Atlantean.
Yeah. Looks like it's Mermail versus Geargaia.
If you want to test your card knowledge, just have your friend shuffle the deck and see if you can figure out what he's shuffling by the corner of a card. Okay, I don't know who's starting.
But don't do that in a registered tournament.
No, that's a different problem entirely. If you're looking at your opponent's cards when you're shuffling. In actual fact, just forget what I said.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just forget it.
Do not do that. Right, here we go.
Okay.
And Gicacomo just populating the hand there on the
left side of the table.
Oh.
So we've got an Abyss Sphere, Abyss. I think that's an Abyss Squall in the far left, or like. So I'll wait till the information comes through on the screen. Get everyone's hopes up. Okay, yeah, they're just taking a moment to capture their hands. I can get you some information from Ioannis. Wow.
Wow.
I'd like to start with that hand.
Yeah, me too.
That never happens to me.
No. That's everything that you need right there.
Yeah, I'd be feeling pretty comfortable. I don't know who's taking the first turn here, but I'd be very happy to be Ioannis going first.
Yeah, there's 6 cards in Ioannis's hand, so I'd assume.
Oh yeah. So basic math.
Yeah,
is
basic
hard for
math.
me.
That would tell you.
And if you're interested in the cards in Gicacomo's hand. Okay, so we've got the marksman and a Bistius there.
There's an infantry as well.
And a heavy infantry. So he actually has quite a versatile hand against.
He draws into a pike.
Okay, yeah. So hold on, we'll go through Ioannis. Sets Fiendish Chain, Bottomless Trap Hole, and Giga Armor, and Giga Gear. Yeah, it's the expected start. Was that the Abyss Spike?
Yep, that's a pike.
Abyss Pike, sorry, Abyss Spike. I'll just pull that one up for you. He's discarding the Atlantean Marksman, which will allow him to probably take out, will take out one of his opponent's face-down cards, and he gets to search his deck for a level 3 water monster. I think he's figured out that his opponent is playing Giga, based on that he's taken the Atlantean Marksman, and he's got the Abyssius in his hand to get another activation of the Atlantean Marksman. There you are, he takes a Giga Armor out, and he knows that his read was correct. He's going to take his time and probably pick away a few more to cards. Yeah, here comes Abyssius. Sorry, I'm talking quickly again.
No, it's okay. But look at that Mermail just doing what it does best and just exploding monsters onto the field.
Yeah, the Mermail deck is a very, very consistent deck at finding out. It's a little bit, I want to say it's like Giga, but instead of playing back row, you just play more guys,
Basically.
more monsters. You've got different ranks that you're aiming to get for, and well, the biggest disadvantage you find with Mermails is as soon as you start running low on cards, your combos get harder and harder to do, and you're basically relying on Tidal, the Dragon Ruler, in the later stages of the duel. But I'd say it's a very strong start for Gicacomo, considering we saw that amazing Girga start. Both players are in pretty equal footing. Okay, the Atlantean Marksman. There's a Phoenix chain involved to prevent the Abystius search. And Gear is being activated. Yeah, there's a Phoenix chain stopping him from attacking with that Abystius. Crafty devil trying to get that one through. I'm going to see a set Abyss here. It's asking to keep the graveyards tidy. Just pull up Ioannis' hand.
Just have to.
Yeah. We see a Black Horn of Heaven, which is very good in against the Mermail deck. After we've seen the two.
Always playing Soul Charge.
Soul Charge for is it
2000? Yes.
One of the most talked about cards from the release of Dragons of Legend. Although originally I had guys coming up telling me saying the world is collapsing, and then now everybody's just okay.
Yeah, you're just playing it.
I think because there's just so many people can play Soul Charge badly.
Yes.
Or they don't realise the actual fact that giving up your battle phase and your life points and when it backfires, it's horrible.
It is. I've seen so many duels where people have just ended up on 500 life points. They have a big field and it just gets wiped out.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, we're going to start seeing some chain of combos going off.
Here comes the
Ioannis knows that the Mermail deck is monster heavy, so it's spell and trap removal options, or cards that helps deal with his opponent's cards, are not.
Now, those were the two that I believe that were brought out with the Gear armor. Or Gear.
Okay. Whoop.
Gear
He's got
Gantex.
Gear Gantex, yeah.
And as expected, I think that's an Acceler. Ooh, he's changing his mind.
He's taking a moment to consider. He doesn't know what that face down is, but Ioannis will probably. I think it's almost safe to assume on his part that it's an Abyss Sphere. Particularly since he's gone for Gear X, he's not in a terrible place if his opponent has Mirror Force.
No.
Or anything, because he still has, like, depending on what he does for the rest of his turn, he still has, like, Giga armor on the field. He will get the replacement from the Gear X. Okay, so there's a. Yep, 8 tributes. Plays are happening so fast. Oh, Abyss Dweller, the bane of the Mermail deck. I'll bring the Abyss Dweller up. You've more than likely seen this more than once at your local or regional scenes, and if you haven't, you most certainly should have. This is so good right now. It allows him to stop Gicacomo activating any of his Atlantean monster effects, or in the other matchups versus artifacts, hand artifacts and trap tricks, the morale tax, the fire and ice hand. It's so strong right now. Abyss Dweller, please put these in your extra decks if you can summon it. It's so good. Okay, so play came over to Gicacomo, and he is summoning
Mermail Abyssia.
I'll pull this one up. This from the previous Mermail decks we saw a lot in the YCS circuit. This card didn't seem to take on a lot of. You didn't notice it as much.
There wasn't a massive amount of play of it. It's very recent.
Yeah, it's very good again. Must be nice to be sending away that Abystius to. Okay, that's got the Fiendish Chain on it.
No, I believe the Fiendish Chain is still on.
Yeah, it's on Abystius.
Yes. So it would be a nice way to get rid of Abystius, who's just taking up space, and get yourself out.
Yeah.
A couple of monsters.
Well, we've already seen the Abyss Dweller activated in response to this.
It may not be a problem.
It depends on the options that Gicacomo has.
I don't like to speculate, but he could be getting some rank 3s out, if anything.
Bottomless trap hole will take away... Hold on, what's happening?
Okay. He revealed bottomless trap hole, but he couldn't play it.
Okay.
Can you just bring up Abyss Pike?
Yeah, sure. Bring this guy up again.
1600.
I'll be feeling pretty confident as Ioannis here. He's got the Abyss Dweller in effect. He's also got the Black Horn of Heaven against potential Eggsy summon here. And he's got the Bottomless Trap Hole, which we just saw as well. Ioannis is all in. He's got no cards in his hand. He's intending to ride this field for the whole match. Okay, so we are going to see the Eggsy summon from the looks of it.
What options do we think he has?
You guys can play the guessing game at home. What would you summon in this situation? If you were facing down a Abyss Dweller and lots of other scary cards.
Here it comes.
Ghostwreck Alucard is the option he goes for, and that's where the Bottomless Trap Hole is going to be used.
Interesting that he played that even though he knew that the Bottomless Trap Hole was there.
Yeah, he did reveal it to him. Perhaps he's using that to his advantage, because he wants to... He's got a Forbidden Lance in his hand.
He does also have...
So... There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
It's such a good card. In actual fact, this is... Nope, it's just an awesome card.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but should Phoenix Chain still be on the field?
Yes, because the monster... Actually, I'll have to pull up Phoenix Chain.
I think it was tributed.
Yeah,
Yes,
the monster wasn't destroyed, it was just sent away.
That's fine.
So that Ghostwreck Alucard is going to resolve, and he's going after his opponent's... Potentially his opponent's face down Giga armor, which we know it's Giga. Gicacomo knows it's a Giga armor because he saw it from the Soul Charge earlier.
It really does depend, because you can see him looking at his Exy deck, thinking maybe I can make a rank 4.
Yeah, the issue he may face is he's looking down a Black Horn of Heaven, which he doesn't know about. Yeah, he goes for the Giga armor, which is the safer pick. This might be where he gets punished. Yeah, that's going to prompt the Black Horn of Heaven.
Again, which is... for Alucard.
Yeah, this puts him in a pretty awkward position because that Alucard does not stand up to Gigant X, which also has the searching power for next turn. I think he activated Abyss Sphere. He's just being told to keep his graveyard in line. I'll just pull up Abyss Sphere for you guys. And it's Abyss Lead. Lots of attack points. Yeah, he's kind of forced to stop that Gigant X.
Unfortunately,
and he's taking the Gigant... I'm forgetting the name right now. Gigiano.
Yeah.
From getting...
Oh, that's
not a good day for Gicacomo. He just
I would feel dirty playing that card.
He got around the field, and through surprisingly reactive amount of spell or trap cards. Well, back row, and now he's going to be. These efforts are going to be taken away by the Soul Charge. I'll just pull this up. unfortunately for Gicacomo, he can be, depending on the Xe, if there's any Xe summons comes from Ioannis, he's not going to be taking any damage in battle or losing that Ghost Rick a la carte from battle this turn. And more life points are going down from Ioannis. And we're getting to the stage where Mermels start to struggle, because at the end of the turn the Abyss Sphere will take the Abyss lead away with it, and then there's only a Ghost Rick a la carte in play and an Atlantean heavy infantry, and Gicacomo is running out of steam. He's not seen Tidal, the Dragon Ruler, I mean, presuming he's playing that.
It is a staple card for Mermel.
Although it's just a soul charge.
It's a lot of life points though.
Oh wow, he pays a 3,000, yeah, he pays a 3,000 life points, but it's a small price to pay for such a dominating position that Ioannis is going to be in. If you're interested in what's going on there, there's a Gigant X Soul Charge, the Fiendish Chain, and here we go, we're seeing another Giga Accelerator. Yep.
Tributes essentially Xyz.
Yep. And number...
The Silent Honor Arc.
Yes, number 101. This is such a good card. I'm surprised it's... Oh, I did it again. I'm amazed that we've not seen it until now. In 5 rounds, we've not seen this card come out. As soon as I can, I will pull that one up for you.
And it is, again, just one of my favourite cards in the current meta.
Yeah, it severely punishes those special summons. So he takes the Ghost Rick a la carte, which then at the end of the turn the Abyss lead goes away, and now he's sitting with... Oh, hold on. What card did he draw there? It's a trap card, but I can't see what it is.
Oh, it's XYZ Universe.
No, I don't believe that's what it is.
It looks like it is.
Ah, it's Aqua Mirror Cycle.
Ah.
Target one face-up water monster you control, and 2 water monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle the first target into your deck, and if you do, add the second targets to your hand. Okay, so this gives him a way to try and pull back some combos out of the graveyard. Because he's normal summoned that heavy infantry, this is a bit of a telegraph. Although I've not seen Aqua Cycle Mirror used much before, so perhaps he's hoping to catch his opponent off guard and he's saying, yeah, attack me, I'm not crazy. Okay, so we're going to see Ioannis with a Giga Arsenal and a Giga Accelerator in hand. It takes a moment to consider what on earth would his opponent be thinking.
But even then, I mean, what would he have to his hand? That's the question.
Yeah, he's still in a rough position, but he's now got Ioannis asking questions.
Now, what's there in Ioannis' hand, if you don't mind me saying?
Ioannis, yeah, we've got that. I think they've got it up. We've not got it up on our monitor, but it's Giga Arsenal and Giga Accelerator. Okay, Aqua Mirror Cycle is activated. Okay, yeah, there's some checking to see what this actually does. Ah, there's a rules question.
That is in a different language as well.
Ah, okay, it might be a translation that's being requested.
I mean, this is still going to essentially make a replay of that attack anyway, and that's a lot of damage coming in.
Yep, that is
23, 21. I believe Abyssal is 18.
Abyssal is 1700 attack. He doesn't have any water monsters attached to it, so it's not even gaining a bonus from its own effect.
So that is most of Gicacomo's life points.
It's not enough to eliminate him from this duel.
It's enough to nearly eliminate him, which these days is pretty much all you need.
Well, nearly is not quite there. He's looking for a combo to press through his opponent's field. His opponent has paid his life points down to 3,000, so that if the Murmels can link something together. But he's still facing that Abyss Dweller, which is just so good at countering and taking options away from Gicacomo.
And there goes his life points.
Gicacomo, sorry, not Gicacomo.
You're going to have fun with the rest of the day.
Yes, yes. Okay, so yeah, it's Abysstius and Abyssica. Wait, which one's that one? It's Murmel Abyss. Yeah, this guy.
Abyssia.
Abyssia, sorry. That's a mind control.
Yeah, he does have a mind control there.
I don't know how he plays this. None of those Xyz monsters are really useful to him. He's not playing any machines, most likely, and the Geargun deck has no Xyz materials. The Abyss Dweller you don't really want to do, because it's probably going to be activated in response anyway.
It's interesting.
Okay, so let's see what he elected to do.
Discarded a card there.
That's Abysstius, discarding
Osea.
Abyssia, yeah.
Now, he's getting an Abyss gun to hand, by the look of it. Really thinking that over.
Where does he go from here, though? He's only on 1900 life points. He's got a mind control. His opponent controls no monsters with levels. So Ioannis hasn't given him an Xyz opportunity. Hasn't given a Gicacomo a Xyz opportunity. Okay, he goes for the Abyss Dweller, and Abyss Dweller is activated in response. And he ends his turn after giving. He was forcing the material off of it.
That's exactly what was happening.
It's a pretty desperate play, but his monster does have the defense points to stave off these attacks.
Now he is looking at that.
No, 2400.
Wow.
Here we go. Giga Arsenal, Giga Accelerator, Xe Black Shippercorn, and Gicacomo scooping up his cards.
Black Shippercorn winning the duel there.
Yeah, that Abyss Dweller putting the work in as well. Even if it didn't negate or respond and stop his opponent from actually in the middle of the chain, stopping those effects, it just shut down most of Gicacomo's options and forced his searching effects. He just could not get past that, and he ran out of steam, and he wasn't in a favourable position by the time he did run out of steam. So we'll see how he side decks against this Giga deck, and we're just seeing this again. Giga making a run up, letting his opponent does some stuff, just runs at him again next turn.
Yeah,
and again if you let them.
It just has that ability, really, just to stop your opponent doing anything, and even if you get stopped, it doesn't matter. You can just play all of your cards again.
Yeah, he just goes, okay, didn't work the first time. If at first you don't succeed, let's run my guys at you again.
Do it again, over and over. That Gigantex, the rascal.
Rascal.
You can never kick it down.
We'll see what's side decking. The Soul Drain in the side deck we see there. Soul Drain's very good against him. Debunks as well. Ugh. I don't know how Gicacomo is side decking, but we shall see what happens. He has 7 side deck cards laid down. Still considering their options. Twin Lance coming out.
I see the upstart Goblin's definitely leaving.
Yeah, he's seen his opponents playing multiple copies of Soul Charge.
And you really do not want to give your opponent an extra summon.
Yeah, you don't want to give them more Soul Charges. Upstart Goblin, very popular, or popularized by current North America champion Patrick Holborn. Very insistent. I've spoken to him. It's like 3 Upstart Goblins. It's the way to go. But now you've got to start questioning that, because you're looking at really consistency versus potentially giving my opponent that extra monster and Soul Charge to beat you with. It's been a very controversial topic in the community, the whole Upstart Goblin, which is some people say, hey, I'm putting less cards in my deck, which is not true. You're still playing 40 cards.
You're still playing 1 card and getting 1 card.
But you are getting to your cards faster. It really depends on what kind of deck you're playing. I feel maybe it's not correct to put 3 Upstarts in everything.
No.
And now that Soul Charge is a card, it's definitely more thought has to go into the decision. Okay, we're ready to move into game 2.
Let's see if we've made the right choices. Looks like our team is just getting the hands there. We've got a mind control.
I will pull up the hands. Yeah, we've got the Gen X controller, the dreaded controller opening hand.
XC Universe?
Yeah, he's gone in with the XC Universe. The cards are just being entered. Got a mind control. The ultimate rare actually makes it quite difficult to see what these cards are.
Yes, yes.
As Awesome say, look, when you're holding them in their hand, this is a minor inconvenience.
I will say, doing written coverage as well, ghost rares are the bane of my existence. He's like, oh look, he played ghost rare, I don't know what it is.
Sorry, do you mind if I just lean across your game and check that out, please,
yeah,
so everyone knows what's going on?
I need to catch the right light to see what card you've got.
You just got it and you're sort of waving it around for a minute.
Yeah.
And go, oh wait, there it is. Okay, so we're seeing a hand appearing. Got an XE Universe, Soul Charge, Mind Control, Abyssius. Yeah, he just discards his Murmur, Abyssia. I don't know why I keep forgetting.
I don't know either.
It's just happening.
It's been played several times.
Yeah, I got no excuse. I'm just bad.
I don't even have like a rhyme or a memory technique for Abyssosia.
Abyssosia. Still quite a strong hand from Ioannis. We're seeing Bispike added to hand for the Abyssius effect. Soul Charge. You're not the only one who can play a Soul Charge, Ioannis. Gicacomo
takes 1,000 life points.
Yep, and this is a really good exchange of his Abyssius. Really going to get him started with his combos and setup. And this is all. And you look at all these cards that are currently in Ioannis' hand, which would have been so good had he gone first to have that Solemn Warning available, or the Fiendish Chain. And the Git, yeah, he's going to be facing down quite a strong field, an established field, with a couple of cards that would have been great to have before this happened. So lots of Mermail monsters on the field.
Met Equipped Engineer.
Yeah,
it's not a bad play, but it's definitely interesting. I mean, you're going to have a monster that essentially can't die.
The Mech Engineer is also very, very good to stopping that number 101 play, because you can just, as soon as they go for it, put your guy in defense mode, stop it being destroyed.
Yeah, that's definitely why he's gone
That
forward.
is such a solid setup. And there's a Torrential Tribute. It's another card that's not so good against the established board in this position. So he's going to go Giga Arsenal and activate the effect for the Giga Armor.
Be nice to see how he expects to really get out of this situation. It's
he's still got time. I mean, that Torrential Tribute can still punish Gicacomo if he tries to summon any more additional monsters, and those 3 monsters don't have enough attack to take this game out in one go. And this is what you're facing. If you're actually playing against Giga, consider these things. What we're seeing is like typical hands, but they're
now there is
on the field.
a mind control in there. So.
Yeah, he might go. Would he consider the mind control here?
It depends. I mean, he can flip the Giga Armor face up so that no effect happens. Because he knows if he attacks into that, then his opponent is going to get a new card in his hand.
Yeah, but he's got the Genix controller, so he has got the synchro opportunity here.
Now, I do feel that there's going to be a Torrential Tribute upcoming.
Yeah, it's the Genix controller where.
Yep, mind control.
It's going to deny him that Giga Search and gets the level 7 synchro monster.
There we
There's
go.
the Torrential.
Now, Giga Armor only gets Giga cards, doesn't it?
Yes.
Right, so not monsters.
Okay, so you've got that Mecha Engineer is going to protect the Bahamut. If you guys want to
Fiendish Chain.
Oh, Fiendish Chain to make sure that all those monsters are going.
All of those monsters are going down.
Oh wow, such a strong start.
Gicacomo is
he's in trouble. He put a lot of cards into this field, and he's now being quite savagely outplayed by this Fiendish Chain.
And there really is no place. He's essentially looking at nothing.
Well, he has the Abyss Trite effect. Let's have a quick read of that. Yeah, when it's sent to the graveyard, he gets a Mermail back, so he's not completely empty. But yeah, he had a lot of investment to that. Ah, okay. I'm now seeing why there's a discussion. Hey, when was the last time you saw this card on your opponent's side of the field doing something nice for you? The Mermail strategy is a bit crippled here. He's put so much cards into it. And yeah, we're going to see an Abyss Lind. He's gonna come over and slap him with a fin. Potential OTK for Gicacomo shut down by great play from Ioannis.
Now, would he not have been able to actually negate the effect of Abyss Trite special summoning?
Yeah, he could have used the Solemn Warning in response to negate the special summon effect. That's what he was considering.
I think he may have missed his timing at that point.
No, he just he knows what he's doing, and he knows that he can secure. The Mermail deck is already in desperation mode now when it's got no cards and no title, and it's scrambling to put stuff together.
That's a pike he's drawn?
Yes, it's Abyss Pike. If you're just curious about Ioannis' field. There's an XE Universe on Gicacomo, so this could be an opportunity for him to get back to punish Ioannis if he tries to
push the envelope.
Come after him, yes. Definitely. Push the envelope. I like that. Yeah. We just heard time on the round has been announced from downstairs.
That's for the people downstairs, yes. We still have a little bit of extra time on our table up here.
Okay, we're going to see an attack, and that's going to take out the Gicacomo MK2.
Armor's been flipped face up.
Yep. Now this is where things start to get really nasty for Gicacomo, because he's not got an answer to that Giga armor right now. But he has got the Abyss Pike, which if he draws another monster will allow him to get the Atlantean Marksman to try and take that out when it's face down. Or maybe he's banking on this XE universe to turn the tables. We'll see if Ioannis actually plays into that. Okay, yeah, he's gone for number 101.
Interesting. Isn't that a black one? Ah, that's on Ioannis' side.
Yeah, and he's that's actually really clever, because the Abyss Trite special summons the Mermel. So this way he denies him of another card. Okay, we'll just
And what is it that Gicacomo's got face down there? Is it the Xyz universe?
Yeah, it's the Xyz universe. There's an infantry, which is able to take one. It lets him do some stuff. That Black Horn of Heaven and Solemn Warning is putting Ioannis in such a comfortable position.
Now, did I miss something, or was there attack directly there as well?
There was a soul charge. Was there a soul charge? No, he's still holding a soul charge. I know he took 1500 earlier.
I think he also just took 2100 there as well. Maybe it's just not catching up.
I trust the guys at the table will update us accordingly. This game going very long.
A lot of thoughts going into their turns.
Yeah, this turn is crucial for Gicacomo, because this is his last combo pieces that he has. If this black fires and blows up in his face, he's going to be in the same position he was last game, which is just, I've got nothing. Like, I've got no way of stringing my combos together.
But we know it is. Unfortunately for Gicacomo, he does not.
Yeah, he does not know that there's a Solemn Warning and a Black Horn waiting to...
That's really going to mess every play he does.
Well, yeah, this is just... He's got some life points to use as a cushion there, but...
If that's correct, yeah.
Okay, so he goes for Abyss Pike. Solemn Warning, there you go.
Warning, there it is.
This is actually holding Solemn Warning back for when you're in a favourable position and your opponent is forced to commit to deal with your monster. This is when you can seriously punish people. With Solemn Warning, that you've got like an aggressive one, and the aggressive Solemn Warning and the tactical Solemn Warning.
That was a special summon there.
Yep, he discards the Atlantean Heavy Infantry for the Abystius, which will allow him to target the number 101 and try to destroy it, but Ioannis will detach the material to prevent the destruction. Okay, so Gicacomo, yeah, he's trying to... I think he's passed the turn. Yeah, Gicacomo is actually trying to push his opponent into making another XE summon to deal with his 2400 defense. Because he does currently, Ioannis doesn't control a monster, so he's now trying to engineer this. Oh, this Dark Hole is not. Ioannis is not buying it. What Gicacomo is selling.
Here comes the soul charge.
Soul charge, most valued player from Ioannis here. I think this is like the 4th or 5th activation in this match.
It feels like it.
3,000 life points paid, and Gicacomo, I think that he might be able to. Oh, he still has that XE universe, so maybe Ioannis will actually play straight into it.
You'd just like to bring up the effect for XE's universe again?
Yep, sure. Hey guys, if you're playing Giga, you don't want this to happen to you. The last thing you want to see is your opponent getting a Divine Dragon Felgrand off of your cards. Ioannis is only on 1,000 life points as well, so if he does make this mistake, there may very well just be game that he's given up.
Getting attacks.
He knows his opponent's on Gicacomo's on 4,800 life points, so he is totally baiting him into making a monster that can deal with this.
And there it is.
Yeah, he just lets him casually. Oh, he's considered a bit dweller in defense, maybe considering 101. He has no idea what's going on. You can even see Gicacomo's hand moving to that back row guard because he knows this is his last chance. He's just casually checking it. His opponent commits to the summon. Okay.
Now, that Black Horn of Heaven is still down there.
The Black Horn of Heaven doesn't negate trap cards. There we go. That is brutal. Yeah, Ioannis he only with 1,000 life points left. He's unaware of this. He didn't expect this coming. Full credit to Gicacomo forcing his opponent into this position. Yeah, his opponent, Ioannis, has been... it's a Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, and it's going to force Ioannis to concede.
He's conceding there.
So there you are, guys. You can still win a game that you are losing by forcing your opponent to make what they think is the best move, and then punishing them for it. Wow, that XE Universe definitely absolute superb card there, because Gicacomo had burned through all of his resources, all of his combos. Ioannis was outplaying with the tactical Solemn Warning exactly when he knew his opponent was in a desperation mode, and hey, here's XE Universe to take away Ioannis's chance. Well, what should have been a very cozy 2-0 gets taken away from him by his overcommitment to the field.
Definitely.
If you're going to a WCQ, expect this to happen. Oh.
Now, it doesn't like... now that he knows that the XE Universe is there, I don't think that he's going to be making that same play.
No, it might be a one-trick pony here, but it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to worry, because he already got the win off of that in a position where he was very likely to lose. Ioannis didn't need to make that play, that extra XE summon. He couldn't win the game that turn, but had he been expecting the XE Universe, he could have said, okay, I'll take my win over 2 turns with 2 Giga and X.
It probably would have been a lot better for him.
He would have given his opponent an additional draw, and there's a mentality which says, if I can stop my opponent taking an extra turn, I should. But you really need to consider things like XE Universe, for example, just sweeping away the game there. I believe that is the end of the round, actually, because time was called, and it's going to be a draw.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So neither player losing, but Ioannis giving up that win there.
Definitely.
Actually, I couldn't tell how many turns into time they were. He might have just been trying to go for game. We didn't see, because the judges are keeping track of that. On the field. So it might have actually been the very last turn of time, which is why he committed to it. I don't know if it was just saying, you know what, if he has XE Universe, it's going to be a draw. If he doesn't, I win. Basically. It entirely depends on what happened there. We didn't see, but if he was just playing under normal time circumstances, that would have been a very bad misplay.
Definitely.
Well, misplay. He didn't know that it was there.
Well, he knew that he had essentially a 2300 attack that he could just take straight into Gicacomo, which would basically just mean that he'd have won anyway. There was no need for that.
Now, he was down to 1,000 life points, and Gicacomo was on 4,800.
He didn't need to make the third. No, he was on 3,800.
Was it 3,800?
Yeah, he didn't need to make the third summon with Soul Charge there.
Yeah, he could have not paid the 1,000 life points.
He could have only paid 2,000, got his cards out, and then just XE summon for that one.
And attack, and the XE Universe would have been dead, and the life points difference would have been in Ioannis' favour.
Especially with only 2 turns, he had nothing really in hand. I don't believe there was any cards in hand. He had 1 set card. That to me says, I don't have an advantage, but I'm waiting for you to do something.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but there we go. XE Universe. There's some guy who's playing this right now going, yes, he's considering taking it out of his deck. He's going, you know what, no, this was a good idea.
Yeah.
This was a very good idea. And the Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack.
Definitely just a winning card. So as soon as, I think that was basically, this was it, this is us.
I'm happy to see Mermel.
Dracosack essentially just saying, you're not going to be attacking my life points anymore, so you essentially lose.
Yeah, and it just gives him, like, he only has 1,000 life points left. And the Dracosack can't be destroyed if he has tokens, so even even if that wasn't end of match procedure, there's a good chance that Gicacomo would have been swinging for game right there next turn anyway.
Definitely.
Be very mindful. Your playstyle should change if you're moving up close to end of match procedure. You have to be mindful for the time. Bear in mind that in any given match, there's 2 opportunities to use your side deck, so that's 6 minutes you're already taking out of the round time for maximum side decking. That leaves you 34 minutes to finish 3 games.
There was a lot of complex plays that really needed some thought in there, though.
This is true, but when you're playing these decks, if you hate going to time, you need to consider that.
Definitely. Sorry, it's just a tech team coming over to let us know that it's a draw.
It's a draw.
It is a draw.
We got that.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just looking like, what is he writing?
It's a draw.
I thought he was drawing a funny face.
No, he's not. He was not asking us to draw.
Oh right, okay, yeah. It'd be like,
he's not asking us to draw
sure,
anything.
can I get
it's the
pen
draw.
and paper?
It's a draw. I think that is about us.
No,
no, we've still got a minute left.
Yeah, I think we still got a little bit of time.
We have
1 minute
left.
1 minute left. So
perfect then. Definitely more time to talk about nothing. So yeah, XE Universe definitely.
Yeah,
definitely
if you're thinking about putting it in your extra deck, gear, watch out for it. It's going to happen to you.
It's gear anything these days. I mean, there's a lot of decks out there that are just going to churn out XE summon monsters, and for you to punish somebody for doing that feels good.
Oh, if you're looking for additional pressure to put on your opponents, you can search this with Generation Force. Not the set, the card. There's a card that actually searches this.
No, not the set.
Okay, we're being prompted.
Okay, so that was definitely round 5 at 6 o'clock in the evening, local time, in Amsterdam. We've got a fair few rounds to go, so just enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll see you next round.
We'll see you next round, guys. Take care, grab a break, get a drink, and read the written coverage.
Read the written coverage, definitely.
PJ's missing you guys. Take care.